It's okay. I get it, you know. Like, people are just mad that I can have fun doing ordinary, everyday things, like mopping a floor, and they're all like sad being slaves to fear because they're scared of the government or the devil or like their trauma or something. And of course, this is not everyone, it's just a lot of people in this society do seem to be slaves to fear, aka evil, weakness, you know, the devil, lower level unconscious, unawareness. Whereas I'm a servant to love, life, power, higher level consciousness, awareness, and like humanity and integrity, and like God rather than the devil. Because God is love, and fear is the devil. And did you know that life really is a gift, and you're supposed to enjoy every precious moment and be present with life? And like, you know, unfortunately, we do have to clean if like a floor gets dirty. And like sometimes you might get like a new job and you're like, why are there so many fucking stains on the floor? Were you guys really pretending you were lazy because you were depressed or something? Just kidding, because like, I mean, like, I used to do that, you know what I mean? Like, I used to be so depressed that like I didn't do the things that I actually wanted to do. And like, who wants anything to be dirty? Especially their soul, like with depravity, like money, and like desecrating your own temple and things and stuff. But you can literally have fun mopping a fucking floor if you like listen to music and dance, or if you like tell yourself jokes and laugh. Because, I don't know, maybe you live in a dystopia and you have to laugh at like your own trauma that your parents passed down to you, as well as all the trauma you see in the world, so that you don't like actually go insane. And like, why do people get jealous of like happiness, and why do people want to abuse innocence? Like, it's fucked. And then the devil always pretends to be God. Heathens always pretend to be holy. But like, righteousness does indeed have fury. And like, just as an evil motherfucker can wear a fucking fake smile, like, and look all pretty if you don't feel their energy, a good person can look ugly when they are yelling at depravity or something. Like, you can't just tell a rapist, for example, okay? Just, I have to use extremes because nobody wants to listen and they want to pretend they don't care, at least like half the time. Maybe it's not nobody wants to listen, but most people are pretty fucking detached, and disconnected and suppressing themselves, and it's sad. But like, you can't just tell a rapist to stop. They're not gonna fucking listen. You have to force them to. Just, and it's the same in every other way that someone's being harmful. It's just to different extents. Everything is a spectrum. Fear is a spectrum. Love is a spectrum. I suppose dignity is a spectrum. And you know what? When you're taught things that are wrong, it's really hard to teach yourself right. And I'm not saying that I have a problem with dignity, but I have a problem with having to reflect the lack of dignity to the depraved society that I live in, where motherfuckers will literally go around being judgmental towards people they don't even know, who, most importantly, have done no wrong to them, or anyone for that matter. and pretending they're better than them. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Like, it's fucking disgusting. Like, it's literally immoral. And people need to have morals. Because I've always had morals. When my parents were abusing me, like, when I was, like, 11, I was like, that's not right. Like, fuck you guys. And, like, that's how it should be. If your parents are abusing you, you shouldn't, you know, I understand you have to protect yourself. And if you're a kid, you don't even know any better. That's why the adults, yeah, need to fucking take responsibility for the world we live in and stop pushing the bullshit and accepting the bullshit. Like, you don't need to fucking get married and have kids and pop out a baby when you're 18, for example. Unless you fucking are ready and want to. Because so many people are pressured into having kids when they have no business having kids. Because they don't even know who they are. They don't even, like, have their own personal shit worked through. And a lot of them go around projecting it. Like their insecurities, they project onto people that they don't like. Like, oh, look at that fucking dude. He has dreadlocks. I bet he's so fucking dirty and gross. He probably smells bad. When really it's just because their fucking parents didn't fucking love them, or they're just insecure because they're not allowed to be themselves. Maybe they don't even know it, because it's been since they were a fucking child, since they were too young to even know how to understand. Like, children are taught things that they are not mentally nor emotionally ready for, and that's part of why there's an issue. You know, it's your parents, you want to agree with them. It's hard to believe your parents would abuse you or something, even just a little. And so, like, people accept it and they get stuck and stagnant and they never really grow up. And I'm not being mean, I'm just being fucking honest. Like, I'm only mean when I have to be mean, because, like, I'm the nicest person you'll ever fucking meet. But abuse and living in an abusive society has forced me to learn how to stand up for myself. And today I am here to teach you, fellow human being, how you too can stand up against tyranny. Because fuck you, tyranny. You're below humanity. Yeah, because you're depravity, and that's not the name of our species, guys. We're supposed to be humane, not step on human rights, not abuse innocent life, not fucking create a system where all the systems are monopolized and treating basic human needs as luxuries and making innocent people struggle to survive just so they can hoard resources like the filthy whores for the devil fear they are. Because that's right, billionaires. If you are a billionaire or a tyrant, possibly anyone working for the government, unless you're like a super, like, secret undercover agent for virtue, but you're probably not even, are you even doing enough, or are you too afraid? But anyway, yeah, so if you're a billionaire or you're a tyrant, you're subhuman, because you have no humanity. You don't have compassion, you don't have integrity, you don't have respect for yourself, and this goes to the fucking willfully ignorant, abusive peasants who, like, worship money and, like, meaningless, depraved sex and, like, mental and emotional or even physical abuse or spiritual abuse. Like, you're worthless. Come on, go get some self-worth. Like, stop trying to take it from other people. You know better. You're not fucking stupid. You're just sadistic and like, narcissistic and emotionless, and you're only fucking yourself. But, like, aren't narcissists, well, I don't know, there are a lot of people like that who do have pretty good intellectual capabilities. They're just heartless pieces of shit. So like maybe you should like rub your brain cells together and realize how fucking self-sabotaging you are, because you cannot hoard material resources and become free from desire. That's not how you reach nirvana, honeys. It's just not. Like, I know how to get to nirvana though. There's this thing called YouTube, and you can literally just like type it in. Here, I'll spell it. It's Nirvanna. Is that right? I don't know. I don't know. Is it one N? I think it's just one N. I've fucking like never even spelled this, and I can't look it up because I'm making a video. Shut up. I don't care. I like some of their music, but I've never really listened to Nirvana. Sepultura is my favorite metal band. Oh, it's up. And more too. But anyway, yeah, Nirvana, Nirva, some characters, and then there's like an N and an A too. I know how to get there. It's called loving yourself and cultivating happiness from within and having virtue, because the path of virtue is the only path worth anything. And I know the chances of any of these motherfuckers who are like abominable watching this video, you know, I don't know, they're probably small. Maybe not. Maybe the government's watching me right now because I'm sexy and they know they're fucking gay and they just wish they could be happy. Like, pussy, just be happy and respectful. But like, I'm mainly talking to the good people who have just been misled. But if one of these tyrants or whatever they want to be called do happen across this, like, fuck, man. Like, I don't understand how people could be so self-sabotaging, as if evil doesn't defile the holder. Like, as if, anyway, you're just digging a deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper fucking void of nothingness, of hell, because it's a state of consciousness, of suffering. And you don't like it, so stop deluding yourself into fucking thinking you do. Nobody fucking likes that shit. All anybody wants to be is happy and healthy. And believe it or not, I want the key. But so do you. Yeah, I'm a ditzy, silly, Billy Goat. Just fucking listen to your soul, man. Like, you should have had more self-respect than to pretend to be a robot in the first place, or pretend to be a demon, or whatever. Dang, I gotta confess though, you government man were totally right about them inanimate objects. They're all a bunch of demons. They're always attacking me. I got a cash register that assaulted me the other days. I didn't have anything to do with that. That's how y'all motherfuckers act. Like, whether you be a narcissist or a tyrant or a... Oh my god. I don't know why the word sex ed comes to mind, but that's like the grossest addiction, in my opinion. Like, a bunch of motherfucking, like... Did you know there are a bunch of sex junkies and food junkies who literally look down on, like, people who, like, even, like, use medicines responsibly, let alone on people who abuse them? The only thing that's wrong is abuse. Demonizing health issues and abusing people for being raped as a child and not knowing how to deal with it in a society that doesn't teach them or have a real healthcare system, so they turn to something like fentanyl, and then you abuse them for it. Basic human needs aren't luxuries. Nobody should be homeless. Nobody should be struggling to survive in the first place. And that's part of the reason that there's so much abuse and trauma, is because fucking parents are struggling to survive, and it's blah 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 yada yada. So many fucking things, man, that we need to do better, collectively. Because I'm not gonna delude myself into fucking pretending with y'all. I do not entertain fear, nor ignorance, or evil. because it's all the same thing, man. It's all a spectrum. Your weakness needs to be dealt with, man. Like, fear is evil, is weakness, literally. When somebody robs someone else, it doesn't come from a place of being plentiful and abundant. That comes from a place of lack. That's literal weakness. And y'all are so fucking small and weak spiritually. It's been driving me crazy since I was 11. Because, like, I don't like to say things that sound arrogant. I'm humble, and the only superiority is virtue to evil. But, I might be a sweet little slender petite flowers, you know, skinny, healthy skinny. But spiritually speaking, I am bigger than any of y'all motherfuckers, and it's all sillies. At least bigger than the peasants, the tyrants, the abusers. And that's not an insult, it's just reality. Have a soul, have a heart, have some empathy, you know? I'm just challenging society to become better. And actually, I'm demanding, because this isn't, please guys, can we please be nice and enforce peace instead of fucking evil? No, I'm demanding it. This is my world just as much as it is anyone's world who is of virtue, because this world doesn't belong to evil. This world doesn't belong to tyranny or corporate greedy scumbag CEOs who fucking step on their employees who do the majority of their work. My God. That's not the reason we're here, and it's unacceptable. Like, virtue is the owner, the rightful owner of this world. And that comes from God, because I do know God, and I'm here to share God's will. And God's will is not this depravity, it's not innocent life being abused, it's not factory farming, it's not child abuse, human trafficking. Tyranny's not cool, kids. Stay in school with spirit, and you know what, you do need to learn basic mathematics and how to read and write, but don't let yourself get indoctrinated. And I know I'm talking to adults, okay, but there are going to be kids who watch my videos too, because it's YouTube, and parents aren't even parenting their kids. They're letting the devil do it, because that's what our society... Fear. Fear, 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 fear. Buy, 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 consume. Buy, 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 consume. Die inside while you're still alive. Waste away your life forgetting about your passions, pretending you have no talent. It's all about money, babies. Defiled, desecrated, dead inside, void, void, void. Deathbed, deathbed, regret. Oh no, the chances I never took, all the things I could have done with my life. I could have been happy instead of full of fear. Not for me, dude. Like, I'm so glad I started this channel in September, because part of this channel is holding myself accountable as I finish healing my complex post-traumatic stress disorder and share that process with anybody who comes across my videos on the internet, because we aren't taught these things, man, and it's about time we teach ourselves and one another how to be human, how to be humane, how to have consciousness instead of unconsciousness, how to have empathy instead of narcissistic disorders, how to, parent our kids instead of abuse them. Like, let's teach our children how to be responsible and happy and healthy, not slaves to a society. It's all about money, money, money. Passions are your life purpose, and they lead you to your job from God. Fear is evil is weakness. Love is life is power. And everybody knows this shit in their soul, but it's a lot to comprehend mentally when you're not taught right. Yo, how are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well.